guys, I'm Melissa and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you everything that I eat in a day as a whole food plant-based vegan that follows low calorie density. If you are following along with the low calorie density weight loss challenge, we are halfway through our 30 days, well, almost halfway through, and I hope it's been going well for you. I just want to say if you've had any challenges along the way and you've overindulged a little bit, just move past it. Don't beat yourself up over it. It's called a challenge for a reason. It's difficult to completely give up packaged and processed junk foods and avoid dining out and eating food that's been cooked with oil. If you haven't already done that before, you really realize how many things contain oil without you even being aware of it. Almost all restaurant food, for example. And so if you would like to start the challenge on your own and you didn't start the same day we did at the beginning of March, then you can do that at any time. Just follow along by watching the first video in this series, the week 1 introduction, where I go through all of the steps on how to follow this challenge and I lay out the 6 rules to follow. And there's a lot of information at lowcaloriedensity.com as well that may be helpful for you. All right, let's get into what I'm eating today. I think this is going to be super interesting just because I don't have a ton of food at home. We are definitely due for another grocery shop and I just have to kind of put stuff together out of what we do have left in our fridge, freezer, and pantry. So we'll see what I come up with. And I like to do my grocery shopping every 2 to 2.5 weeks. I'm gonna make a video sharing my budgeting tips of how to get the most for your money when you're shopping. And one of my tips is to space out your grocery shopping and to not go super frequently. So if you want to see that video, give me a thumbs up, let me know in the comment section, and I will put together some of my best tips for budgeting groceries. All right, let's get into today's video. All right, so I am prepping some barley to put into glass containers for the next few days. I did this on Sunday night and it worked really well. It was nice just being able to go into the fridge and add a scoop of barley to a lot of different meals. It's actually really versatile. You can use it instead of rice in, rice and veggie type bowls. You can use it as a replacement for oatmeal, which is what I'm going to have for breakfast. I'm going to have a scoop of this with some frozen berries, cinnamon, and unsweetened soy milk. You can add it to soups. It even tastes good cold, so you can add it to salads to help make them a little bit more filling. And if you are on a budget, it is a very budget-friendly grain, especially if you have a bulk food section. I find that in the bulk bins, it is even better price. So all that you see here is 2 cups of dry pearl barley, and then I put 6 cups of water in. It's recommended to use 3 cups of water per 1 dry cup of barley. All right, so this is about 2 cups of cooked barley, and I'm going to slice 3/4 of a banana on top. I gave the other piece to my sweet doggy Beckham. He loves bananas, probably one of his favorite treats. And I find barley very, very filling, much more filling than oatmeal. That's almost a full cup of frozen berries and a splash of unsweetened soy milk. And lots and lots and lots of cinnamon as per usual. So a lot of people have been asking what's barley like, what can I compare it to? I can't really think of anything to compare it to. It's probably the hardiest of all the grains that I've tried. There's definitely like a chewiness to it. So if you don't like the mushiness of oatmeal, but you want to try something that would be kind of similar for breakfast, then try this out. And I do like that it lasts a long time in the fridge, and you can freeze it. It freezes really well. It's a great food to prep. Having a lot of barley in the fridge in the glass meal prep containers, it just makes meals in the week time a lot easier. All right, you are about to hear me utter a sentence I haven't said in months. Are you ready? I'm going to make a salad. That's right, Mrs. I never eat salad. I'm about to make a salad. I will show you my version of a salad because I find just leafy greens on their own kind of boring. That's why I usually blend them up into smoothies and dips, and that's how I get my dark leafy greens. But I'm gonna make a salad with some starches, some warmed up ingredients to make it a little bit more filling, a little bit more interesting. What I'm gonna do is, these are some of the things that I prepped earlier in the week. This is some of the barley that I just made this morning. There's a couple of these that I filled up and put in the fridge. So I'm gonna take one potato and I'm just going to cut it up and put it on this plate and microwave it. This is just some leftover lentils. And I'm gonna take, I don't know, maybe half a cup of this barley and also half of that can of chickpeas. I'm going to dice up about a third of this onion, and we're gonna make a big filling, tasty, delicious salad out of all of this. So if you're also like me and you're not a big salad person, but you do want to start eating more raw greens, then this might inspire you to make something similar out of what you've got at home. All right, so I've got my big salad mixing bowl here, which I'm going to put all of these ingredients in at the end and mix it all together with the spices. Something that I forgot to say during breakfast was that if you're not a fan of sweet breakfast, like if you don't want to make smoothies or oatmeal for breakfast or have fruit salad, then something that you can do is you can make no oil hash browns by just using potatoes, or you can use a shredded potato and half a shredded carrot and some onion and garlic powder and make hash browns and have a drizzle of sriracha or a drizzle of ketchup. And if you want, you can also maybe saute some peppers and onions on the side as well, if you want to have a starchy, low calorie density breakfast that isn't sweet. Now, the reason I don't make that in my videos is because I just show what I actually eat. So I can always do a video where I experiment with some other recipes, but I'm definitely a creature of habit. And if you are too, then that's definitely an asset if weight loss is your goal, because the sooner you can just set this on autopilot and create routines where you know exactly what to make and it's quick and easy for you and you can just kind of do things on repeat, it just makes your life so much easier. So I'm just filling up the plate with some of those starches. Again, I don't really tend to measure things when I'm not filming, when I'm just making my regular food how I normally do it. So I've diced up one of the potatoes. I've got, 5-ish tablespoons of the cooked barley. And I'm gonna take all of the rest of these cooked lentils. These are cooked red lentils. And I'll show you the plate close up because I know the camera is a little bit farther away. All right, so there's my starch. So I'm going to microwave this for maybe 90 seconds. Yeah, let's do 90 seconds. Actually, I forgot my chickpeas. You know what? I'm gonna do the chickpeas in cold because I like that. So yes, I'm gonna warm this up for 90 seconds and then I'm going to chop up the greens. All right, so I'm gonna take 2 big handfuls like this of the dark leafy greens. And you can just leave them as is, but I like to chop them up a bit. Make them into smaller pieces. And put this all in the big salad/mixing bowl. And again, I've never made this particular salad before. I usually just DIY things rather than following specific recipes. I guess that's just my personality. And I know what I like. I know what flavors and tastes I like, so I can usually tell what I will like when I'm putting things together. Sometimes I do get it wrong. Sometimes I'll make something and think it's gonna be good and I'm like, oh, not so much. But other times I stumble upon things that are amazing and delicious, and I want to make them again and again and again. All right, slicing this onion really thin. Another 30 seconds on the microwave. So this is our bowl so far, just lots of greens and onion. And again, I'm gonna make a really, quite a big portion of this. Sometimes I will surprise myself and I actually will finish it all. Other times there'll be maybe a quarter of it left and I'll just wait another hour till I'm hungry again. Okay, so let's do this nice and quick. Add in all the hot ingredients. Now, if you don't like mixing hot ingredients into your salad, then you can just season those ingredients and eat them with the salad on the side. I'm just gonna mix it all together. A generous splash of lime juice and some balsamic vinegar. And something that a lot of people have been, well, I don't know about a lot, something that several people have messaged me about is saying that they miss their creamy salad dressings, and that like salads just aren't as good without the, salad dressings with avocado or tahini or whatever else they have in them. And something I would just say is it's going to take time for your palate to readjust. I'll be completely honest, that's how I felt about oatmeal without peanut butter. I used to have a big tablespoon or two of peanut butter in my oatmeal every single day. And when I first switched to just having berries and things like that, it just wasn't as creamy. It just didn't, taste the same. And I was just like, oh, this isn't as good. But, you get used to it, your palate adjusts. Even though you don't have the creamy dressings, adding hearty ingredients like the lentils, like the chickpeas, like the barley, adding all your favorite seasonings in, it helps. So this is dill. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of spice. That's a smoky, spicy paprika. I'm gonna add some curry powder. And some sea salt. Again, this is just me using up what I have at home. So if you have carrots, you can shred a carrot. You can chop up some celery. You can add in some peppers, some tomato. It smells like curry and it smells delicious. Like this is going to be super filling. So remember, starches, we've got potato, we've got chickpeas, we've got lentils, we've got barley. I'm going to clean all this up and then I'm going to enjoy this delicious lunch. I love all the Instagram accounts where they make the food look so pretty and it just looks like a work of art, but that's just not me. I am all about just making it tasty, filling, and easy to make and quick. So that is what this is. All right, as a bit of a sweet treat, I'm going to make a smoothie with a few of these pieces of frozen banana and a handful of the dark leafy greens, a splash of unsweetened soy milk, and lots of cinnamon. I'll put about, I guess, 1.5 bananas in there. I have got so much of this box of organic dark leafy greens to finish up, so it's gonna be going in everything. But it's super healthy to get these greens in, so that's all right. And you don't really taste it when you blend it up with something sweet like banana and cinnamon. This is 15 ounces of water, splash of soy, and I'm not shy with the cinnamon. And this is a 16-ounce glass. I'm going to drink the rest of this once I'm done this one. And since I'm not the world's best water drinker, I always forget to drink water. It's probably my least healthy habit, and so this helps. All right, so for dinner, I am going to make some soup with my favorite new find from the bulk bins at Winco, which is a grocery store here in Arizona. And this is a 13 bean mix. I have just been loving this. This is the second time I bought quite a bit of this. And I actually have a recipe on lowcaloriedensity.com. So let me just pull that up on my phone to show you. Last time I made a big batch of this soup, I put the recipe up at lowcaloriedensity.com, and I'm going to make a variation of that. I actually don't have any potatoes right now. I'm out of potatoes. Oh, there, I took a picture from my phone when I was at Winco. Such a good price for all those beans. And that's what it looked like last time I made it. But yeah, so I don't have potatoes right now other than those couple of baked potatoes that are in my fridge. But I am going to add in extra carrots, and I'm going to be seasoning it with liquid smoke so it will have a smoky kind of flavor. And what else am I going to put in there? I only have a tiny little bit of corn, but I am going to put that in there as well. I'm going to put quite a bit of celery. I'll use the rest of the onion that I chopped up some of for my salad. And then I've got some kale that really needs to be eaten. If you're starting to notice a trend, I tend to eat the greens last when I absolutely have to eat them before they're going bad. But it is what it is. What can I say? And I've got a massive bag of carrots here, so I'll probably put at least 3 carrots in the soup. But yeah, something I do with my own recipes, and you can feel free to do as well, is I will use them kind of as a framework. So I'm actually just going to look at how I made it last time and follow that, and just make a variation based off of what I have. Last time I didn't use liquid smoke. I believe I used cumin, which I might put some in as well, but I'll just get started chopping everything up and see what I feel like whipping together. Oh, guess what I just decided to add to the soup? Since today is just a barley extravaganza, I'm gonna add some barley to the soup as well. Maybe I should just rename this video to 3 ways to eat barley, or 3 yummy meals to put barley in. All right, I've got 6 cups of water boiling in my soup pot. I've chopped up my celery, carrots, and onion, and I've rinsed 2 cups of the 13 bean soup mix, and I'm gonna add them all to the water. All right, so the soup is still cooking, and since I literally have 0 fresh fruit left, I am just going to put some frozen blueberries and frozen mango chunks in a bowl so that I can have them as a snack later. I'm just gonna leave them out on the countertop to defrost. There we go. So I'm just gonna leave them out, and in a couple hours I can eat this as a little snack. All right, so I added 3 more cups of water, and everything is looking pretty good. I also added the corn in. And I washed the kale and chopped it up into small pieces. And I like my soups thicker. I don't like a very watery kind of a soup. So if you want yours a little bit more watery, just add in a few more cups of water. Kind of like my soups almost like a stew or a chili consistency. All right, so I've added the kale in and 3 more cups of water. I'm gonna add lots of chili flakes. And some cumin. I'm gonna add some of this barley in. That's good. And voila. Oh, I almost forgot my liquid smoke, my special ingredient. If you like a hickory flavor, then this is just the best $1.20 you've ever spent. All right, I'm gonna let that kale cook for another 5 minutes, and then it's time to eat. All right, it's looking good, it's smelling good, and I'm really excited to try out this soup. A bit of sea salt. If you have any video requests for me or any specific questions you would like me to answer in upcoming videos, particularly about the 30-day weight loss challenge, then feel free to leave those in the comment section of this video, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.